Welcome back. Now, the City of Johannesburg's new leadership has come under scrutiny for backtracking on its decision to suspend some of the ongoing probes into corruption. Management had issued an instruction to municipal departments and entities. The move would see several forensic investigations and senior management suspensions paused, but the decision was later reversed. To help us get clarity and understanding on this directive, let's bring in Johannesburg's Acting City Manager Bryne Maduka. Thank you very much, Mr. Maduka, for your time here on eNCA. Just explain to us, we're trying to understand, a lot of people are wondering whether or not this is going to cause, corruption in terms of the new leadership of the City of Johannesburg when, things are backtracked during this week when there's a new mayor and a new exec.
Good afternoon, and good afternoon to your listeners. I'm not too sure where that particular narrative is coming from, because the letter that issued out to entities, first of all, I must admit there was an error with regards to a date that we put in there, which was for September 2022. And the correct date was supposed to actually just speak to the 30th of January 2023. Now, that particular letter that we sent out to the entities and departments, it was mostly directed at entities, was to say there are certain strategic decisions or strategic board meetings that get set up and engaged, by board members and various boards of entities. But when there's a changeover of administrative leadership, like in this particular case where there's a new administration that is coming into space, of course there are certain, they come with a different mandate, they come with different views in terms of what is it that they would want, what are their priorities. So ordinarily we issue out a letter that temporarily suspends or puts certain decision-making or certain strategic processes in abeyance. It normally takes about two or so weeks up until the new administration is sort of like settled, and also the new administration has been taken through the status of the city and all those things, which is a process that we are currently engaging at this point in time. So there's no communication that was sent out that says you stop investigations, you stop anything, the day-to-day operations of the city. There's no such communication. So I'm not too sure where that particular communication came from. The one that we sent out was just simply to say to the entities, can you please at this point in time put board meetings in abeyance, and only from the 30th of January up until the new administration is settled. That's what we've got at this point in time. Thank you.
All right. So my understanding is that you were trying to make sure that there's stability first in governance in the City of Johannesburg before some of these meetings go ahead. But you were not necessarily saying that investigations into alleged corrupt dealings should be paused.
Yeah, even the letter that was issued out did not even mention anything to do with investigations. It was just to deal and manage the board meetings. That's all, nothing else. So I'm not too sure where the insinuation came from that says we are stopping investigations into corruption. I mean, there's never been such a directive issued. Investigations and day-to-day operations of the city carries on. The only issue is to say we need to onboard the new administration, give them an opportunity to have a full view, a 360 view of the city, what is currently in place, so that it gives them an opportunity for them to also come up with their own priorities. It's a process that normally happens anyway when there's a changeover of leadership.
So the new executive was appointed basically yesterday. And you say that you were halting meetings only until the 30th of January. So will the meetings go ahead from whenever they were supposed to, starting this month?
Yeah, so we started with the meetings were only halted once the executive mayor was appointed. And the executive mayor was Monday, I think it was the 30th of January. So from the 30th of January, which is this Monday, going forward up until the new administration is fully onboarded, that's where this moratorium kicks in, is in place. But immediately once the new administration is settled, everything gets lifted, and new directives, new priorities, then they communicated, and the city carries on. The day-to-day operations of the city, however, that does not stop. It carries on. It's just that the high-level issues that needs to be discussed and agreed to based on the new administration that is in place needs to be agreed to and finalized. Then we can carry on. There's no any other intention at this point in time.
Are you worried about, because obviously this was something that someone internally gave to the media and the media then exposed it. And, you're in agreement about a particular date being incorrect, etc. But you're saying the contents that the media has reported is what was incorrect and that you needed to rectify, right? So are you concerned firstly about, the person who possibly leaked this internal memo to the media? One, are you concerned about that? But also, are you concerned about what this will make your office look like? Because it made it look as though everything that was being investigated from November last year suddenly had to be halted because there's a new sheriff in town.
Yeah, well, yes, we are concerned, but I mean, I'm sure you are aware of what is currently going on in most organizations. The intentions, and we don't know what the intention is. But bottom line is that we are here to do our work administratively, and that's what we focus on. The fact that there will be certain information that gets leaked out and all those things, we will always come and put the correct position from time to time. But we don't have control of those at all the time. So from where I stand at this point in time, I think what's more important is for us to focus on the work that needs to be done. The other issues that try to detract the work that we need to do, we don't pay attention to that.
So are you saying, am I hearing you correctly in you saying that the infighting, the political infighting because of coalition governments and different political parties, wanting to either take up positions or take each other out of positions is also now affecting your office and its work? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying we serve the government of the day. So we focus on the work that needs. So that's what I'm saying. We carry on. We are administrators. We're not politicians. So when there are issues of disagreement, coalitions and infighting politically, that does not concern us. We focus on the work that we need to do, and we carry on. And we will serve all the administrations that come in place, whether they are there for a day, for a month, for a year, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. We only just focus on the fact that there is service delivery that we need to focus on, and that's what we do. We are administrators. We don't play in the political space.
But have you seen the City of Johannesburg, Mr. Maduka, when you say service delivery? Have you seen the City of Johannesburg and how residents are not really getting services?
Yes, we fully understand that, and we understand the challenges that we've got, of course. And of course, when there are changes and all those things, of course, there will be some disturbances and distraction and service delivery breakdowns. We're fully aware of those, and we are attending to those the best that we can. But at the same time, of course, it is a process that is there in terms of changeover. So we will follow the changeovers, but at the same time also do the best that we can. It is, for us, it is our wish that there is stability as soon as possible. Then we can carry on with the business that we need to do of service delivery.
But what stability when you're also acting in your position?
Yeah, well, remember, I don't appoint myself, so.
But have you been part of? Have you been part of the office or the governance of the City of Johannesburg, or is this your first stint? I'm sure it's not.
Yeah, I know I've been in the city for quite a considerable amount of time.
And we're not, I don't know if you live in the City of Johannesburg. Do you live in the City of Johannesburg, Mr. Maduka?
Yes, I do.
Are you happy with how it looks?
No, not really. I'm not happy.
So what is happening behind the scenes? Just bring us into your confidence as citizens of Johannesburg, because we are very unhappy about how it looks. What are the discussions behind the scenes?
Yeah, so there are a number of factors that are affecting the city, and it's no secret that, of course, the city has not had the finances that it requires to ensure that everything is done accordingly. So we are in a process of taking a report to council where there should be some approvals to assist us financially, and at the same time we are putting in interventions to enhance our cash. So once those kick in, obviously there will be some a positive move in terms of improving the conditions within the city at this point in time. Yes, but at the same time, you cannot discount the fact that there will be political changes from time to time, which may also cause certain disruptions in the work that we do.
Yeah, so that does affect your office then. You agree with my point from earlier. Thank you so much, though, for speaking to us here on eNCA. The City of Johannesburg City Manager, Bryne Maduka, just speaking to us about some of what's happened in the media lately, saying that there was some misunderstanding. But, of course, his office does get affected in terms of delivering services to the people of Johannesburg when there's political infighting in council continuously. We've seen 4 mayors in the last, 5 months in the city of Johannesburg.